Okay, Maggie, turn off your microphone and turn it back on.
Oh, okay. I think I just lost a
sound. So thank you, everybody. I think we're good now. Welcome to Memory Bound. Today is worth the wait. We're running a little late, and Maggie's here, and you're going to just love her projects. They are over the top as we continue with our Merry Christmas with Tim Holtz series, and there's a lot of Tim on these Tim tags because they are the Etcetera Tags from Tim Holtz, and they are amazing. So they're happy that we have sound now, Maggie.
Yes, well, Merry Christmas.
I guess in my haste to get going, I neglected to turn on our receiver. So, but you know, now everybody can be even happier because we have sound. And what we were saying earlier that you didn't hear, we have Maggie crammed into this little corner back in the back of our store because our holiday open house is going on. We don't have room in our classroom for our recording studio.
And that's okay. This is kind of cozy.
Are you cozy?
Mm-hmm.
She's cozy.
Yes.
And so if you are in town, I hope you can stop in person and check out our holiday event. This is an annual thing that we've been doing almost since we opened the store. And our classroom is filled with holiday happiness. That would have been a great theme. I'm going to write that down for next year, holiday happiness. I love that. I love it, love it. Oh, Janet said Maggie is coming to us from a new location in the back of the store. And Jan likes your shirt, Maggie. It is pretty cute. I will say it's pretty cute. That's kind of a retro Santa.
It is. That's what I liked about it. I thought it kind of looked like a Tim deal.
Well, we have, and there's Teresa. Hey, Teresa.
She has a puzzled look on her face.
I don't have my Christmas stuff on. Is that frosted crystal?
Don't look at her.
No.
It's up in front. Okay, so Gloria says, hi, Lumberjack, Maggie, Kelly, Doug, and all the wonderful Memory Bound people. It's so nice. We have a lot today, a ton.
We do.
So, because we have new stuff to show you. Janine brought more of her sweaters in, so you're going to love that. So we'll show those. We're going to step away from Tim Holtz for a minute for those, and we'll show you those. And then they're already talking about their favorite Tim items. So why don't you tell about that, Maggie?
Okay.
Let's kick it off with that, and then we'll hop off of it and hop back and tell you about it again.
Okay, so at the end or any time, starting now, I guess, you can make a one-time comment of your favorite Tim Holtz Christmas product. It could be ideology, it could be the stamp, it could be
a die, a stencil,
stencils, any product, any Christmas. Pick out something that he released for Christmas, and then I will put them all in snowballs, and we will pick a snowball winner.
Oh, we are.
No,
there's no hatchets this time.
Actually, I have a little story about this. This little frame I found in the back room. It was discarded. Somebody had put it out for free. And so I took it home thinking,
Maggie, you are the best. You always are saving product items.
I wanted, as soon as I saw this die, I knew I had to have them, twig and stump. And so I wanted to make something with this frame. So I ended up making this, and I thought, well, we will give it away for Tim Christmas.
So you get an original Maggie project.
Yes.
No two are alike. It's all hers. It's super cute, and I love how this little guy is throwing his snowball at Twig.
Yeah, and Twig does have a little hat, but I decided I just didn't want him to have a hat.
I kind of like him without a hat.
Yeah. So we will pick a winner tomorrow morning, right, Kelly?
Yes, tomorrow morning.
So that way, if you're watching a replay, you have a chance to put your name in.
Right. I think that was really great idea of yours, Maggie, to let it go all day, and then in the morning we'll pick a winner. That way, if you are watching the replay, if you're live or later, we love all of our fans on Facebook.
So tune in tomorrow. Yeah, we have to take care of those working people, right?
Yes, we do.
So tune in tomorrow morning. What time, Kelly, are we going to pick?
Why don't we do it the same time? 9:30. Yes, okay. We'll do it the same time.
It will be a Saturday, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So go ahead and put you can start. we're gonna have lots of comments now, Maggie. I'm gonna have to try to keep up. Jan says that's like asking her if she likes her legs better than her arms.
Oh my gosh.
It is
funny.
hard. It is very hard.
You know, Kelly, you and I were talking about this. This has been one of the more fun releases of his.
Yes, it has.
You know, every year I think, oh, I don't need any more new stuff, but then look what I do every time.
I think all of us have been talking about his release this year, and when Diane opened the boxes of the ideology, there was just lots of red. I think it's just more red, not as much of the browns, and I think that makes me happy.
Christmas, I call it in your face red. It's just a very rich vintage red, I think.
This is Maggie, this can be really hard. They're pouring in, and there's lots of people that love. Lots of people are picking Twig and Stump for their favorite, and my gosh, that's what you used.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite. You know, when I first picked it up and I wanted it, and then I saw, you know, his prices have gone up, but I thought it didn't matter because I collect any snowman die. And so when I saw this one,
well, you got the tree and the snowflakes, and you got Winter Wishes, and Teresa used it on cards.
This, you know, all this is done with ink smooshing, so all the paint and stuff is ink smooshing. But what was cool about this is just a piece of watercolor paper that was ink smooshed in gathered twigs, I believe, and then it cuts out these little letters, and they really punched out very nicely. You know, I would tell you if we had to work with it, but man, they just fell out. So that was nice.
Well, a lot of people are picking Twig and Stump, and I'm not going to be able to. I will be interrupting you continuously if I was going to be shouting out all of these, but a lot of people are mentioning the ink pad, the backdrops, the pocket cards, the collage paper.
Yeah, I think I would have to have my top 10. I don't think
the bottle brush tree stamp just popped up.
Yes.
So there's a lot of good ones. So go ahead, keep your one per person, please, and then keep those coming. And Maggie, thank you. Maggie's going to keep track of all of the names, and we'll draw a winner tomorrow for her project.
Yes.
So should we, before we get on to these amazing Etcetera tags, can we show Janine's sweaters?
Yes.
And then we have some new product and maybe product back in stock. I'm not sure, to show everybody.
Okay, so this is the Elizabeth Craft die.
And it's called Sweater Season. And we've shown this because it's so big. It's really fun, and you have all these little detail things to decorate your sweaters with.
And I had the luxury of sitting beside Janine when she was designing these, Kelly.
Luxury? Is that what you said?
Her little brain works in amazing ways.
Oh my gosh. Maggie, when you do the names, you're going to have to write down how many people said it was too hard to choose.
Oh my gosh.
We're getting lots of comments like that.
I think I'm going to keep track of how many votes everything got.
Yeah, that sounds good.
That would be cool. But oh my gosh, Janine, she just...
Okay, we have a question about the seam binding. It's not available by the roll. I guess maybe we could get some by the roll. It has 100 yards on it. So I think we could order it and have it available by the roll. So we'll do that, but right now we do not have it. So here is Janine's sweater. She added this one with the pig face.
Isn't that a ride?
Oh my gosh.
And she made a memory bound one.
Yep, she's got one for a memory bound, and she added the elf shirt was her other one.
Paper here.
So this is a die that you could just cut out a bunch of pieces, get out all your good stuff, and then just get creative. Very
Kelly,
cute.
when I was watching Janine design these, she is just sitting there pondering and pondering and pondering, and all of a sudden she's got one. It was pretty cool.
Well, thank you, Janine. Thank you very much.
And that is Elizabeth Craft. What's it called, Kelly?
Sweater Season. It's called Sweater Season. We just wanted to show it again because Janine brought even more sweaters in. And Janine told me she had to stop herself, that she had to quit because she was getting carried away.
And Janine and I both are going to do Grinch sweaters.
Oh, that would be good.
Yeah, for our grandkids, for an ornament. Okay.
So then we've got Katie boxed up some other things for us to show, and then I remembered something we didn't bring, and we'll have to probably go get it.
This too?
I think that goes because of this.
Okay.
Maybe. Oh, it goes because the project's done. Okay, we're going to have to take a trip. Put that aside and we'll take a trip.
Oh, okay.
Peggy did that book for us, so we want to show it. All right, so yes, thank you, Katie. Katie had an idea to set up some flashcards for baking. So if you're doing a baking album or even sending treats, you could cut these apart, and I did cut some apart, and they were laying in another place in the store.
And Katie mentioned yesterday about how you can take a little corner rounder and
yeah,
cut the corners.
You could round the corners.
That was pretty cool. It's $3.49.
And you've got what, 10 little flashcards. So that's our new. Does it have a name on it?
It is called Christmas Baking.
Christmas Baking flashcards.
Yes.
So
this
that is
like
new.
Opening Christmas presents
I know.
here. Oh my gosh, Kelly, this is so cool.
Maggie, that's specially for you.
Oh my gosh, look at
If it's what I think it is. Now everybody, so we've got a couple Christmas ornaments, and you might remember Lemon Days. And Maggie, I'm really, really happy that you're here when we're showing this.
I'm so.
So we have a lemon ornament, and the lemon ornament is in recognition of the Lemon Days we had this summer, and it was Maggie's idea to have it.
Oh,
so that is.
You know what it says? When life gives you lemons, make lemonade. The lemon is prized for its vibrant yellow color as a beautiful addition to any holiday or culinary display. It has a sour taste, however, so the tart flavor of lemon, like life itself, is enhanced and enjoyed with some sweetener. Isn't that cool?
That's
Very
really
cute.
neat. So, and I think it's the price is on the bottom. Teresa, will you get us that project?
Kelly, I hope you got a lot of.
Yeah.
Finished kit that
We're sending Teresa out for
Yes.
stuff. They said
Okay.
to mic check for Maggie.
Oh, I did turn it off when you told me to turn it off. I forgot to turn it back
Oh,
on.
so you
Okay.
haven't had a mic
Here we
the
are.
whole
That's
time.
Okay. These are $9.99, and I
Okay.
hope you got a lot of them, Kelly.
And they are the old world Christmas. They're the collectible ornaments, so they're really nice. They're glass. We can ship them, but we'll have to wrap them very carefully.
Oh, I hope you
So,
got a lot of those.
Well, Maggie, Lemon Days is all you.
love
So,
it, love it, love it.
Love our lemons.
Okay, Christmas
Okay, now
presents.
Janet says we lost sound, but did we only lose Maggie or did we lose? Let us know, Janet, if you would, pretty please. Now this is another one. This would be a nice gift for a crafter or somebody that likes to scrapbook,
Oh my gosh, I
And-
didn't see this one.
and it is a scrapbook.
Isn't that cute?
Isn't that
It's
neat?
got the binding.
It is hard to find, little gift things for scrapbooking friends. So I was very excited that we were able to find that. Here comes Teresa with a handful.
Kelly, can I read this one too?
Sure, yes, please.
Scrapbooks tell stories of vacations, childhood, life achievements, weddings, and more. The memories collected and preserved in a scrapbook can bring one back to the very moment a picture was taken. Scrapbooks go beyond photos and allow the designer to creatively tell a story within the page.
And see,
Oh my gosh.
I have quite a few of those old world Christmas ornaments, and I really like them because of what they say.
You could add a photo right here, couldn't you?
You could, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So that's a nice. Those are both online. You can. They're going to be under shopping, and then you'll see at the very top Christmas, and it's got a truck. And if you click on there, I think they're under home decor.
Okay, I must have told you wrong. No,
No, the
this
lemons
one's
are-
$9.99. This one is $16.99.
And the tags on those say $27.99. So they actually are suggested retails $27.99, and we've got them for, what'd you say, 16?
This one is $16.99. This one is
Okay.
$9.99. Okay, what else is in my Christmas present?
I don't know.
Okay, we've
Maggie's
got,
having a good time.
oh,
Okay. A lot of this is that you're showing now is back in stock.
okay.
Perfect for your demo today, Maggie.
Yes, worn wallpaper. And the difference between this and the backdrops is, I think, the texture. They're kind of made to feel like, wallpaper. But you could interchange. And
Oh
use
yeah, they go
these
together perfectly.
different ways.
And backdrops is back in stock also. I think
Yes,
it was out of
and
stock.
thank goodness, because that's what we're
That's
using
what we're using today.
Okay, and back in stock are the pocket cards. Very, very popular.
And Katie showed those yesterday, and when she was videotaping, we were out of them, but then they came in like an hour later.
Yes. And bubbles, not to be mixed up with baubles. Bubbles are clear, marble-like, and they come in different shapes and can be colored.
So show them your.
Oh, yes. Remember
Maggie
last
used them on
week
here.
when Chris showed how to make them into snowballs?
Sparkly snowballs.
And you know, I thought about if you wanted to make them look more white, I would say maybe coat them with a little white paint first before you add.
Then add your glitter.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Anyway, bubbles. And if you're looking for the domes, those are back in stock. That's what Diane used on her tags.
These were on Merrymaker. She filled them with glitter, but you used these on ornaments one year.
I
Put your
did.
grandkids' pictures in them.
And then put just a little bit of snow. And then this is the bells, the tiny bells, and I used some of those on our projects today. Can you see one there?
There's one hanging.
And I think somewhere else.
There's some other ones.
Yeah, I used it somewhere else, but I love them because there's different styles. Some look like actual bells. Some are, I don't know, those are cool. Okay, and these always go fast. These are the mirrored stars. They come in different sizes, and they're just, you could just add them on any of these tags, actually.
We have a question about the memory marbles, and Maggie, we're going to get some more memory marbles. They're sold out, but we're getting a lot of requests. So thank you, Kay. We are going to get some more, and we will have more of those available in a week or so.
Okay, and the snowflakes, and you can't really see them because you're seeing the
backwards.
backs, but there is one turned, and it's got little diamond type things. And just a reminder, if you are using any of these charms, you can cut off the little
loopy thing.
The little loopy
sure.
thing, and then use it. Like, for example, on here, that was a charm, and I just cut off the little loopy thing.
So right here, this little believe, and we do have a set of charms that has this believe in it.
Yes, they're right there.
Oh,
Kelly.
Maggie happens to have it.
And
so
we'll
you can
show those.
she'll show us those.
And oh my gosh, I ended up using this on my tags today, and this is last year's, right?
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes, it's not a brand new.
And this is back in stock, and I'll show you how I used it. And I can just put these back in the box too. And today I used baseboards, and we have more. So I used those on my project today. And I didn't use these, but I should have. These little droplets.
Those were sold out. All of this stuff was sold out. I think Tim's just had a wonderful release. Oh,
and
we got
Alicia
the salvage
had showed
Snowman
kinda a
and
little bit how
Santa.
she did those. Yes.
Awesome.
Okay,
So check
all
out the
back in
ideology.
stock.
It's back in stock.
All right.
Okay,
And
did Teresa get us the book, the cookbook? Oh, yes, she
Yes.
did. Okay. I'm
Okay.
sorry, we just have so much to
I
show, but
know.
it's Friday, so we don't
It's
want to miss out.
Christmas.
So that's the folio project from Photo Play, Homemade Holidays, and this is the kit that you can make up. And Peggy, thank you, Peggy, she made it up for us.
And Peggy has her son's team is in the football playoffs.
Yeah.
So how she had time for this,
I
I
don't know.
But Baking Spirits Bright.
We've got Maggie on a very
Oh
small,
my
a very
gosh.
small leash, you might say, back here
Yes.
on a little table.
Oh,
So it's
wouldn't you
Baking Spirits
love
Bright.
to
If you
get
were
this?
doing, cooking with your family for the holidays, or you wanted to get some of your family recipes, what should I say, saved,
And copied.
you could put it all in this book.
Oh my gosh, look at this.
I think that's really neat, that waterfall.
Yes, and you know what?
It's-
If you had some original ones that maybe your grandma wrote,
Oh, put them
you
in the
could
little
put
pocket.
the originals in there. But this is full of little fun things.
It's a 6x8 folio. You get the folio, and you get all of the paper. And I don't know if she had leftovers.
Oh, I did that.
I don't know if she had leftovers with things or not. I'm not really sure.
I wonder if that's what's inside here are the leftovers.
Could be. So this just, yeah, you got it. It just closes, and
Did
then
I do that? That doesn't
no, this
seem
goes
right.
in first.
Okay, there we go. There.
It's really cute. It's
And this is
$32.99. Yeah, it's got a magnet in it, and Like I said, you get everything you
Great
need,
kit.
and it is really cute.
Wouldn't that be
We
fun
ordered a lot
to
because I think
sit
it's gonna
around
be
with,
popular.
your family and make these up after Thanksgiving dinner?
Right, or even just making a list of all the recipes.
Yes.
And those were Katie said those were the leftovers in the back pocket. So you
While
do
the
have,
guys are watching football games, you could be making this.
and I would add this with it. I would get a
Ooh,
sheet
yes.
of flashcards and add right with it.
That would be really cool.
Okay, the other thing that we wanted to show, but we don't have any of the papers here now. But
What line is
so
it?
we don't have the bell, do we?
Ding ding.
Could you? Oh, there's Peggy
Hi.
right there. I didn't.
Congratulations.
I know. Here's Peggy. Her son is off to the here in
to the
Iowa
Dome.
to the
Yep.
Dome
Yep.
for the semifinals.
Semifinals.
He's
He
a
plays
coach.
Wednesday at 4:00.
So next
Go
Wednesday,
Lennox Tigers.
we know where Peggy's going to be
Yep.
next Wednesday. It
Yep.
won't be here at Memory Bound, so that's really exciting.
Good. We
are
get to
excited.
watch too.
Yes.
And Peggy,
yes.
we just showed the baking,
Oh,
baking-
the folio.
the homemade holidays
How did you
folio.
find the time?
That was fun. I had to. I needed that creative release. What do you need?
We need back in the back. There's 2 sheets of 4x6 cut aparts that these are used on. Could you get us those?
In the back.
Yeah. There's a whole bunch of different ones, and these are the 4x6s.
Those are the 4x6. Okay.
All right. Well, let's start showing these, and Peggy can bring the.
And what's the line of papers?
This is some images that we have, some vintage images that
yes,
we
I
have
did see
printed for
those.
everybody. And we showed this one. It's been attached to one of those cute little $1.69 journals. And Janine took home a sheet, and she made cards with it because we wanted to show you how easy it is to make the cards. You just cut apart the sheets. Oh, and there's some stuff there too that I should have had Peggy bring. That is written on the back of one of these. That's crystal glaze. Okay, so anyhow,
cool.
I'll kind of start over. So Janine took home a sheet. Yes, that'll work great. Thank you. And then there's some crystal glaze back there, a little jar by it. So here's one. This is not the sheet that we used. This is not the sheet, but it would work just fine.
There it is.
Oh, it is the sheet. Oh, okay. I think we used two different ones too. All right. So there's another one also that has 4x6. There's all kinds of 3x4s, and all that Janine had to do was cut them apart, mat them on some cardstock, and put them on a card front. And I
a
love.
coaster.
And she did a coaster too, which we've got more coaster news coming up later in the broadcast.
Can they see that?
If you tilt it enough.
I'll just keep turning until you.
It's got crystal glaze on it, and what's nice about the Sizzix crystal glaze on Santa's beard and his fur on his jacket and boots is that it's raised, so it has dimension, but then the glitter is stuck. It's not gonna
Can they
get
see
loose
that?
or
Can
come
they
apart.
capture that at all?
I think. Let me get up close. There, now we can see it. And Peggy went to get the crystal glaze. All right, there she is. We're going to get her steps in.
That's right.
So here's the Sizzix crystal glaze. It's a gel kind of, and it dries clear, and then you get the glitter, and it's $8.99 for a jar that will last you a long time. So, and anyhow, and then on this one, this is a tip for Janine. She said tying bows is not her thing. So she actually put a little dot of liquid glue under that bow, so it is not going anywhere.
Oh, that makes sense.
And then she put a die cut here that says Merry Christmas. So those are really, really cute. And those images are all online, and if you go to shopping and go to the Christmas tab and then go to holiday paper crafts, and they're in there.
Very cute.
Very, very fun. Thank you, Janine, for making those up.
This just reminds me of Christmas cards when I was growing up.
Yeah, it's fun to have the vintage
Not that
look.
I'm that old.
No,
but, you know.
you mean things you found in your your great grandma's house, right?
Yes, exactly.
All right, we'll set that back there because we have no room.
Okay.
And Janet just linked it. Thank you, Janet, for linking those images. They're printed on acid-free cardstock, either craft or natural, and they were inspired by Diane. She's got some projects that she'll be showing not next week, but the week after.
Okay, should we show
I'm
the
getting
kit?
thirsty.
Should we show our launching of our kit?
Yes, we might as well.
Okay,
We
we're
might
over
as well.
here.
Okay, should I come over here?
Yes.
All right, this is not our video of the day yet. This is something new.
We're getting there.
We're not to our demo of the day. And Maggie, why don't you tell about it, because I think it's amazing.
Well, this is our new kit that's going to be released today, and it's using the holiday wishes, the 49 in Market holiday wishes. And what I wanted to do was to give you more than one project that would kind of go together by using some of the holiday wishes paper pad, the 6x8 paper pad, and the chipboard pieces. And so in this kit, and it's going to be a live virtual kit, Kelly, and the date is
the 29th. It's a Tuesday.
The 29th, and so not only do you get everything in the kit with the directions, but you will get yours truly for about 2 hour
Maggie
class.
is teaching. This is one of Maggie's mixed media classes. It's virtual, so you don't have to be here in Ankeny, Iowa to take it, and you can watch it later if you want to.
Yes.
So if you're busy that day, that morning, it'll actually be our morning video.
So in the class, you will make this Tim Holtz frame. It's about a 4x6, little bigger than 4x6. You will make this frame with the little truck picture. And
so
in the
cute.
kit, you will get, this will already be stamped for you. You will also, I kind of took the same idea I did with Serenity and made a Christmas one. You will
everybody
make
loved it, Maggie.
a three coaster set, and they're all hooked together with a background. And that's my oldest son's family in that picture. So you'll make one of those. And you will also make
this is over the top, Maggie.
Well, thank you. You will make a 6x6 canvas that has a little bit of 3D, and I used some of that velvet ribbon, and I just loved it.
It's got lots of sparkle. It's hard to see it on the camera.
And then in your directions, but won't be part of the kit,
It's part of the kit.
Oh,
but
won't
it's
be
not
part of the.
We're not doing it in class.
Yes, it'll be in the kit. You're going to make two more coasters. This one, Marion
So
Bright.
sweet.
That's my little granddaughter, and I wanted it to go with under the tree, so she's under the tree. And then this is my grandson, and this one says naughty or nice, and I thought it went really well with that photo. And then those are 2 bonus projects, and then you'll get everything you need to make those, except for the photo. You'll want to put your own grandkids in there.
We can send you photos. But
And then
don't
you
want
will
them.
make 4 little tags like this, 1 in each color. You'll have blue, black, red, and green. And then you actually are getting, in your kit, you're getting the frame.
we should have brought a kit over.
I do have it right
you
here.
have one?
Yep. In this kit, you'll get the frame. You are getting one of these little easels.
Oh, that's right. You get the easel with it.
You will get one easel so that you can display. Any of these projects will work with it. I'll show you. So
That's right.
you will get one of these, and we have more if you decide you want more. But what people like about this one is we love these, and we use them all the time. But what people like about this is it's almost like little door stoppers.
It kind of grabs it a little
grabs
more.
it. Yeah, so you'll get one of those in your kit. You will also get a full package of the chipboard pieces.
So is there a lot left over?
Oh my
then,
gosh,
Maggie?
yes, I should have what's left over. You will not even begin to use.
So you'll have
all of
extra
it.
stuff.
You'll have extra
Extra goodies.
So you can make more coasters. You'll get 5 coasters in there, and then you'll get all the papers that are pre-cut, ready to go for each of these projects. All the ribbons that you'll need and the twine. So you won't need a cutting guide, and we won't need to meet ahead for homework. You'll get
Maggie cut everything.
You'll have it all cut.
She did it all.
So hopefully you can join me on November 29th to make some Christmas
So the
fun.
week after Thanksgiving, it'll be time to get into your merry making for with Maggie. Merry Maggie mixed media making. All those M's. And it is amazing. You can make it on your own because Maggie did write really nice directions. So you can make them beforehand if you want to and make them on your own. or you can make them with Maggie. And if you're not available that day, you can watch her video later, which I think is really handy. It'll be right here on Facebook.
Okay.
Maggie, that's amazing. You have been busy.
Yeah. I just lost one of my frames here. I had 3 of them. Do you see?
It's right there. You took the easel from it. This is how our morning's been.
Yes, there we go. Okay. All right. So are we ready, or do we have any more?
I think we're ready. We're getting a lot of comments about their favorite Tim Holtz, so be sure, make a comment if you weren't here in the beginning about your favorite Tim Holtz product released for Christmas. It could be ideology, it could be dies, stencils, stamps.
And we'll keep track of how many votes everything got,
Right.
just to kind of see.
Everybody wants to know how much your kit is. And the barcodes are hanging out of the barcode printer over there.
Do you want me to go check?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they're 48, 46. Maggie went into the
They are $46.99.
They're $46.99. So you're going to make 3 projects in class, and then you're going to have the instructions and all the product to make 2 extra projects and 4 tags. So
I hope you join me. And like I said, you don't even need me to make it because all the directions are in there.
I wonder if it's put online. That's what I'm worried about. Here, Maggie, I'm going to give you this for a minute.
Ding, ding. Okay, so while Kelly is checking on that, I'm going to show you. Oh, sorry. I guess you were looking at me.
I'm back.
I'm going to show
Holiday
you
wishes.
the tags that
we got it.
we made using the Tim Holtz product.
Maggie,
I had it the wrong
Maggie
way.
does it all. Oh, did we get a good look at Maggie?
Probably.
Yeah, it's holiday wishes. If you type in the holiday wishes, it should be there, and it's online under the Christmas, Merry Christmas with the truck, and then the kits, holiday kits. Oh, Janet linked it. Thank you, Janet. I was worried it wasn't online, but it is. So, okay.
Okay.
All right, here we go, Maggie. This
All
is
right.
it.
Okay.
We're ready.
So
it's 10:08 and we're ready.
when I found out that it was Tim Holtz week, I thought, okay, one of my favorite products of Tim's are the Etcetera Tags. And the reason I love these is because paper glues onto them so nicely. They come in lots of different sizes. The size that we're going to use mainly today are the minis, but well, I guess
It's funny they call them minis because
it's not a mini.
They're called minis. And then they came out with the number 8s, which are really the minis. But I think it's because these came out later.
Oh,
so these were
okay.
the smallest to begin with.
Yeah, and then there's another size. There's different sizes, but this one I used for Halloween. This one is called a large tag. And I've measured this enough. This is 14 inches and by 8, I believe. And, you know, 14 inches is hard, but you can, when you glue your 12 by 12 paper on there, you just put your seam up here and you put something over the seam and you're good. So that is called the large. And there's different I swear there's another size in between there. But if you want this size, make sure that it's called the mini.
Okay, the mini is what we're using today. And there's questions about the easels. So let me see what the question is. The dark wood ones are the black easels. And you're going to find these online under miscellaneous product. This one is $3.99 and it's like a little over 6 inches tall.
And don't we have 4-inch ones?
I think we have
and
different
8-inch
sizes.
ones also.
They're really handy. They fold up flat. So those,
Yes.
oh, well, you know what? They're all over here. You got they're on
Yes.
all of them.
Yes, I've used them.
They're nice for displays for sure.
They are. And like I said, they have bigger ones also.
And they come in natural. If you don't want black, you can get the natural wood too.
Yes, and in fact, I had the little green one that Teresa dyed.
Here's the natural looking one.
Teresa dyed a green one green using her sprays, and now I can't find it. She took it.
I can't imagine why we can't find things
It was
in this
right
corner.
here, and she
oh,
took
she
it,
might have
but
taken
I don't
it for
know why
something.
she didn't bring it back. I'll have to talk to that girl.
Yes.
Okay, so what I used were these tags, and I love them because they're probably, what would you say that's about 1/4 of an inch?
4th, yeah, definitely.
And they make good displays, but you could also hang them on a gift. But I like them because they sit on an easel and they're more substantial than just a paper tag.
You can hang them also because they do have the hole in the top.
Yes. And they come, they also come, each one of them have their own reinforcer. So they do come with reinforcers. So this package, you get 4. And so I was almost giddy when I found out I got to make 4 tags.
She got to use them all.
Yes. Okay, so I'm going to start out. My main focus was using the Tim Holtz backdrops. And we have shown these this week. But they are, I'm trying to think what size those are. I think 6 by
6
10.
by 9. 6 by 10, yep.
But on the back, look at the different papers you get. They're all two-sided. They were so fun to work with. This is Tim's answer to paper, a paper line. And oh my gosh, I could have used every single one of them. I hated to cut some of them because I wanted the back, but anyway.
That's why Chris said she buys 2 because she didn't want to cut off a little piece of one. She wanted to have enough.
But there were so many old-fashioned. There was even a recipe for plum pudding that was handwritten. There's receipts. I think they're authentic receipts, and just music. There was a music one, and I used that. Lots of plaids. So this one, I used one of the plaids, and then I tore the red kind of diagonally and inked the edges. Now, the other thing that I used in these projects were the botanicals, and it wasn't my first. It wasn't my first idea to use the botanicals because I didn't think
this
I
is
would
from
like
the
them.
botanicals.
It is.
Oh, I thought it was a pocket card.
No, and inside here you get a whole bunch of these in different sizes, and then you get totally cut out some.
And those are $6.99. Maybe it kind of shows that we have our price sticker right in the middle of it, but
And Kelly, I probably wouldn't have picked those, but I thought, well, I'll try them.
This is all we had left, wasn't it?
No, I was thinking I was picking up something else. So when I opened it up, I go, oh, that's not what I wanted, but I love them.
So those are the Christmas botanicals if you were wanting to get, and they are just all like plants, flowers, poinsettias, holly, evergreen, which I think I have those.
So
I think I got those already.
You get some of these specimen things, and they come in, I think, 2 different sizes. They're also included in there. And then I used the Tim Holtz stencils right there. And what
the
are
element,
those
that's
called?
the Christmas elements.
Christmas.
They're the element stencils, and that's Christmas.
Got it. Okay. That was another surprise. When I picked it up, I didn't realize how many I got in there. I should have looked. But when I opened it up, I thought, oh my gosh, look at all these words I get to use. And
those
they're
are
really
$15.99 for 12 stencils.
They're a nice size. So I ended up using 2 of them. I used the December 25th and the Joyful. And here, this is another backdrop, and it comes in 2 parts. The Joy to the World is the top, and then it has on the bottom is, I think I heard the bells on Christmas Day. So anytime you can get a piece of old vintage music paper, just grab it up because it's so cool. And then there's this little houndstooth or check right here that comes in that package. This came out of the elements, or the botanicals.
Botanicals?
Yes. And, you know, sometimes I don't like that white along the edge, but when you ink it, it takes it away. And, you know, you don't see it as much. But
what's your sparkles on here, Maggie?
Those are the Stickles Christmas Red.
So that's the Ranger Stickles Christmas
Yes,
Red.
and
It's
we
the
use
best
that for the
red.
Merrymakers.
Yes, it is the best
Yes.
red.
Yep. And then this one I made, again, all these are backdrops, and these came from the chipboard, is it called baseboards? And I'll tell you what, I never get tired of making
I know,
this.
that's really neat.
And the thing with these, those were all included in here, but you do have to trim some so that you end up getting that look. I cut Happy and Holidays apart, so that I could.
Oh, that's so smart.
Yeah, so I could get that. And I think this had the word December. See December down here? So I cut this off so I'd have this smaller piece to put up here.
Maggie, I would never think about that. I would be rearranging them and rearranging and then deciding it's not going to work.
There were too many of them that were kind of the same size. And this is a piece. Can you see it in there? This is a long piece, so I use that for the base. This is in there. This Christmas tree ornaments is in there. The stars, oh my gosh, and I used the stars.
They're in there too.
They are.
There they are right there.
I used them on this one right here, and I think I used it on right here too. So there's quite a few stars, and there's like 3 different sizes. And let's see. Oh, I'm going to show you today how I made this ribbon with this fun writing on it. So I'm going to show that today, and then I'm also going to. I just picked up my very first
lumberjack
plaid ink pad is the word I was trying to come up with, and so I'm going to dye some of the mummy cloth.
Oh,
mummy cloth is not only for Halloween, guys. Pick up your mummy cloth because it just makes a fun things on your tags. So I used it. In fact, I used it on here. And so today I thought, you know what, maybe the red would have looked better. So I'm going to dye a piece of mummy cloth red. And this one, I used the backdrops. These are all the backdrops. Again, can you see how it's two-sided? And these actually are just pieces of the backdrop that I cut out.
Just a little pocket.
Yeah. And then these are the flares. And do we have those over here, Kelly?
We do not.
Oh. The flares, Kelly,
we need to get the flares.
They are fun.
We need to send up a flare to get the flares.
Ding, ding.
Hey, could you bring us back a pack of Ideology flares? Flare, please. I guess it's not flares, it's flare, but
I kind of forgot about these.
Can you bring us a package of Ideology flare?
They look like these buttons.
Flare? Yeah.
Gloria's on it.
They look like the old-fashioned buttons that used to have the pin on the back, but these don't have pins on the back, so they lay flat and they glue really nicely on your projects.
Now that's not that tag is the size 8 tag.
Yes, so I made 2 of these.
So she's got 2 size 8 tags.
Yeah,
and then
so
the
those
others
are
are
fun
the mini
size
tags.
too. Okay, so what I wanted
Gloria.
to show you. Oh, and Kelly, remember we talked about the different charms? I think that this candy cane is in one of those packages.
So here's
Let's
the
open
while
the
you check
package.
the package. Here's the quote flare for Christmas, and you're going to get 12, and it's $5.99. I'm kind of surprised for a metal.
Know.
I might have to check that
They
after the video.
were kind of fun. Now, are these all the same packages? Do we get the
We
same
have 2
exact
different
ones?
packages. So you
Okay.
have the package without the Believe, but there's another set of charms.
You get 6 charms.
There's the Merrymaker charms that have the Believe in them.
and the candy cane. Oh, I see it behind Kelly. There's a candy cane showing. So you have to decide which.
There's 2 different
charm.
sets of Christmas charms. These are not it. Oh
I
wait,
thought I saw a candy cane in one of those.
yeah, but it's still not the one with the Believe.
Oh, okay. That was another thing is on these, I wanted to share with you, I love these little frames, and I know they're not Tim Holtz, but I had
But
something.
that's okay.
I had something else in them, and I love them. They come in a
I
set
can't believe
of
you
3.
get 3 for $7.99.
Yeah, and the back just pops out, and you can just put whatever you want to in it. And so these are also
Are they from that botanical?
Yes.
Oh, I figured they were
And
something else.
So what I did on here, now these, you can't find these nail heads right now, but he does have the tiny ones. And I think we have those in stock. And so you could certainly just cut off the prongs and glue them on there. On this one, I cut the little circle thing at the top of that charm, and I colored it with a little bit of, I think that one was mushroom, alcohol ink, and glued it on there. So you don't always have to use them like a charm. This one is,
And that one is used like a charm.
yes, and I tied it, and that's the little tree, and I colored that with alcoholic mushroom.
And Janet was able to link the charms that you were talking about, that have the believe
Oh,
and the
perfect.
tree and the candy
Janet.
cane.
Thank you, thank
So,
you.
yep, she took care of it for us.
Anyway, I'm trying to think. This is the little bell from the Tiny Bells package. But what's fun about those is there's different ones. They're all different. They're not all the same. So they're just fun to use in different ways. But I used that on
And there's different
this
sizes
tag.
also. And the bells are $5.99, and they're called Tiny Bells.
And let's see, there's another one.
There's
I
one
think
with, is that a
one-
loop pin?
That's a loop pin. And I was trying to find some loop pins over there, Kelly, but we must have some.
They are on
coming,
order. They're
hopefully.
probably going to come on Wednesday.
Can you see these reinforcers? You get one for every tag. And what I like to do is I take my ink pad or my blending tool and I just pounce on it to make it darker. And so I do ink them a little bit. Otherwise, they're
So you can
light.
kind of see the difference.
And then the other thing I added was Diane's mix. These two, which one is Diamond Dust and one is Rock Candy, Distress Glitter. You can use one or the other, or you can mix them like we do and use it all together. And so I just added a little glue at the top of each one of these to give it a little bit of sparkle. And the other thing that I used, which I really, really liked, was this stamp set. Kelly, it's right there. It's Tim's. It's an older set, and it's called Holiday Postmarks. And it's just kind of fun to add somewhere, to just add a little more interest. I just had it out yesterday, and I thought, oh, I'm going to stick it on
I'm just
there.
going to stamp it.
And I used black archival, but you could certainly use any color of distress ink. But look at the fun. This one says Christmas delivery. This is the one I used because I wanted the snowflake. This one's got a deer. It says North Pole.
So that's holiday postmarks.
All of these are so fun, and I'm going to show you today how I used it. Tim Holtz also in his Christmas release. What are those called, Kelly? Wood slices?
Wood slices, you're right, Maggie.
And all of these are so much fun. I don't even know how many you get in here, but you get quite a few. Oh, 15. 15, and they're different sizes, and you can stamp them. And you could even, if you wanted to, brush them with a little bit of white paint.
That would be neat
And
too.
then stamp too, and I'm going to show you how I used that today. But this is a really fun stamp set if you are looking for some postmarks.
Maggie, everything you've shown us is amazing, totally amazing.
Thank you. Well, I'm going to show you. I saved one since I got 4. I had the fun of making 3 of
So
them.
you saved one to make with us today. I love it.
I did. Okay. So I'm going to show you how fun this is.
We're trying to clear out.
I only have so
Maggie's
much
on,
space here.
is that a 4-foot table, do you think?
I think
I think
so.
it's a 4-foot table, and normally we have an 8-foot table, and then we have a little more space. So
It's a
we're
nice
making it
table,
work.
though.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so since I got 4 in a package, I made 3. Saved
Oh,
one for you.
I love those colors and stuff, Maggie.
Okay, so this is one of them. This is the back. I almost used that too.
So that's from the backdrops, the
Yes.
Christmas backdrops that are released, and they're back in. The backdrops are back in stock.
And I was so happy to see those. So what I did is I just took a piece of the paper, laid this on, traced around. I even traced around the circle, and then I cut it out, and I got out my sewing machine, Kelly.
Oh my gosh, you did!
And I zigzagged. And I have been noticing a lot of people just leaving their threads. And so I thought that was pretty cool. So I left mine. And so then it fits exactly on there. And so what I'm going to do is I'm first going to glue it on. And you're going to see how easy it goes on. You never have to worry about air bubbles unless, of course, you miss a spot with your glue. But
And Maggie's using the multimedia mat from Ranger, which is, it's really nice.
you can use this or Distress Collage, and I want you to see
since this is kind of a porous chipboard, it's going to soak in a little bit of your glue. So you do want to...
And Tim does talk a lot about these and mentions they are not wood. They are
just a
paper
pressed,
product,
yeah.
but they're really thick and heavy.
I just love them. They just are so easy to work with. Okay, so notice how thick, but not too thick, I put it on there. And you don't want to spend your whole time just going back and forth and back and forth, but it should look like this. And then you're going to see how easy this goes on there. Should have brought a paper towel. But I don't know, it's the way it's made, it goes on there so nicely.
I think it because it is a paper product.
Yes.
You know, it doesn't really bubble up or anything like that.
So look at how you instantly went from this to this.
Very nice. I love it already, Maggie. You could leave it just like that.
I love this.
And it would be great.
Okay, now normally I would dry this, so I'm going to use my heat tool for just a little bit.
Okay, so that tag, let's see if it's got a size on here.
Oh, it's 3 1/4 by 6 1/4.
Oh, thank you. It's 3 1/4 by 6 1/4, and that's called mini. And then there is the number 8 tag, which is the size of a number 8 tag, which is really the mini.
You can see the difference between
and
these two.
There's a medium tag and there's a large tag. And Maggie showed us the large tag earlier, and it was like 14 by 8 or something like that. And I don't know what the medium tag is.
This one? Oh, the medium.
The medium. We don't have one of those back here.
Okay, so once I have that dry, of course, I can't just glue it on there.
Oh, we're going to have to get out the vacuum.
We have to.
We're going to have to vacuum. So Maggie is sanding with the Foundations Decor large paper file, and it's $2.19. They say it's washable. I know some of ours in the back, Maggie, I don't know if you knew this, but I tried to wash them the other day. I didn't try, I did. And they had some paint on them that didn't come off, but otherwise all the crumbs came out, and ours doesn't look like new because we've got a very wonderful mixed media artist that works for us. But I'm sure yours at home probably won't get the use that ours does here.
Here's one that I've had for a long time.
Oh, here we go. There's Maggie's. That's kind of what they look like here at Memory Bound, but it's still
and I see
it's
no
still
reason,
rough.
I see no reason to wash them.
Yes, of course not, because she's an artist.
So there's really no reason unless you like things really, really clean and perfect.
Well, I don't know if they'll ever get clean and perfect again, but I'm going to show your tags while we probably don't care about your sanding, so I'm going to show your tags again. Oh, are you done?
Yes, but I wanted to share, after you've sanded off the excess paper, I like to go across the surface kind of like that because I like it to look like that. And so you just kind of take and even that, just
to make it look
go
a little
around the
more
corners, and if you want to, sometimes I'll even do this and it will take off a little bit of the surface, and you can do that too. Okay, so that's done. Okay, then what I'm going to do, I kind of have an idea how I wanted to do this. I took this piece and I again sewed
just did a little sewing
on there, and then I'm going to use my paper distressing tool. And if Dawn's watching, she loves this sound, so here's to you, Dawn.
And those were out of stock for about 2 months, and they are back now. And we stocked up on them, so if they go out of stock again, hopefully we have plenty to get by. But it's nice because you just put your paper in there. I use mine a lot.
What it does, and plus each one of these have a blade, so it's not just one blade that's getting worn down. I've had mine for years and it still is working perfect.
And Maggie's a very big distresser.
So
she's creating this edge that she has on here right now.
Okay, so I'm going to ink that a little bit.
What color are you using today?
I am going to use Gathered Twigs. Now,
your cover also looks very well loved.
Oh gosh, I know. And
so Gathered Twigs.
I was telling somebody, that's not mine. I left mine at home, my pumice stone at home, because it's the pad. I've used it so much because I am a pouncer. I'm kind of this, and it's really, I think I need a new one. But The reason I'm using gathered twigs is because I want to pick up this color. Otherwise, my other favorite color for these is pumice stone, which gives you still a distressed look, but not quite as brown. So I'm just going to take, and because I distressed this, I've kind of opened the fibers, and so it will take the ink a little better. And I like to hold it in my hand. Don't put it down here and go like this because you end up coloring everything brown. So just hold it in your hand and do just the edges.
So you're just hitting the edges.
And since I sewed here, I'm just going to kind of go across that a little bit to pick up those stitches like that. And then I decided I was going to use a piece of brown cardstock, so I thought I would do this. Nope, this. And this. And this is also one of the pieces of the backdrops.
From the backdrops?
Yes.
Okay.
And this is a piece of brown cardstock. And then Diane has shown these, and I don't think I brought them over, Kelly, but they're tiny, tiny little clips, and you get quite a few in a package, but they're a fun way to add just a little bit of metal to your project, and then it makes it look like it's been
And
attached
dimension.
that way.
Yeah,
Yes.
and I think that it adds a lot of dimension too.
So
I like
I'm
that.
going to start out by putting this.
So Maggie is even gluing on her pieces with the matte medium.
And you can work wet like this, or if you don't like to use
sorry, Maggie.
that, you can go ahead and use what do you call it? This
Could
stuff.
use a score tape.
Score tape.
That stuff.
Okay, score tape would work too. Okay, does that look straight, Kelly?
Okay, do you know anything? Yeah, let me see. Yeah, that looks good. Maggie, do you know anything about the Gathered Twigs re-inker? Is it on back order? Or is it coming?
I know some things are back ordered, but
We'll take a look at that after the video, and we can
I noticed
let you know
it was
what.
empty the other day, and I found one to put in there, but I know it's on order.
Okay, so it is on order and it's coming.
Okay, so I'm just going to put.
And Donna, thank you for asking. I actually saw this question at the beginning of the video, and then I forgot about it.
Okay, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to distress the edges of this.
It definitely makes it look old.
And sometimes when you're distressing, if you get a little too aggressive, you'll rip. And you know what? That's
I kind of
okay.
like. Is that how you did this, Maggie, over here?
Sometimes it's a happy
Because
accident.
I like this one, the way it's ripped up.
Yes, that one was an accident. This one was on purpose. So,
Oh my gosh!
let's do a little tear.
Wait, I want to see if you do a tear. I want to see how you do it.
I like to do two different kinds of tears.
Okay, this is what I want to. I want to learn about this. And I know
Okay.
everybody else does too.
So I like to do two different kind of tears. Sometimes I like to just tear like this and kind of open it up like that and leave that like that.
Mm-hmm.
And you can tear it down. You can do that. Sometimes I like to actually tear out a piece like that. And
Oh my
lots of
gosh.
times I try to think, okay, 1, 2, there could be one right here. So we'll just tear a little one out there. Like that.
Oh, I
So-
seriously, I was wanting to know that. I'm really
Huh.
happy you showed it.
Sometimes, like I
saw
said,
it
it
on this one
happens.
and I really liked it.
Yeah, and sometimes it just happens when you're tearing. But let's go ahead. The thing is when you do one of those, you want to get down in there so you don't just see the
So it looks
back.
like it's old.
But see how because I distressed it with the paper distressing tool, it just soaks it up. Where this is kind of a shiny paper and it wouldn't have done that. But look at that. It looks like it was burnt. Isn't
Yeah,
that cool?
it looks good. It looks really cool.
Whoops, there goes a tag.
We've got kind of a bouncy table.
Okay.
The one that just fell off the table, somebody thought it looked like maybe you burned it with a lighter.
It looks like it,
So
and
it-
I
it
have
does
done
look
that
like it.
before, but you really don't have to when you're using gathered twigs, and if you rough up your paper.
I remember my mom, back when I was a kid, and maybe she was making things, and I remember her burning this like parchment paper stuff. Do you remember that?
Old book pages. We used to do that. Okay, so my third piece here I'm going to pop up. And the one thing you always want to do is make sure you put it in the middle too, because if you only do the corners, it tends to sway a little bit, and you don't want that. So
You want it solid.
yeah. And what's another couple more pop dots, right?
Right.
Okay, so we will put this like right there, like that.
We are seeing Maggie create live, so it's
And
pretty
what's kind
cool.
of cool is when you pop dot, then you can
Put your little clip
put that
on.
in there. Isn't that clip just darling? Diane has used those clips before. Okay, so then the fun part is I took some of the fringe that we have fringe that's the
Oh,
mummy
oops,
cloth.
I grabbed
There
the wrong
was
thing.
fringe.
It's
Oh, right
called
there.
fringe.
Yeah,
Christmas fringe.
when you get it, it's just
And it's
flat and
$4.99.
cream. And so what I did is I took a little bit of gathered twigs and I just did this along the edges. And then once I got that done, then you just go like this and it crinkles it up. It's kind of like cheerleading palms. You have to do that. And then what I thought,
Neat.
we're going to put that across the bottom, but here's what I thought would be fun. I like a little sparkle. Since it's a Christmas one, I like
Yes.
a little sparkle, so let's do this.
With matte medium?
Yep, we're just going to just go along the edges.
Oh my gosh.
I never tried this before, Kelly, so this is
Well, you're daring then.
yes.
Very daring.
I just thought it would add a little bit of sparkle to
So
it.
first time on live TV.
Yes, so let's try it.
How are you glittering? Do you have
I have
a
my
paper?
mix, and this is again, this is clear rock candy, and this is diamond dust. And the difference is, I'm going to show you the difference.
We call this Diane's glitter mix.
Difference is here's.
Those might not be the right charms.
I don't think you can see that. I wish I had a piece of black paper, but this
Oh,
is.
sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
Actually, you can see it better in here. This is really chunky. It's almost like chunky glass. And then the clear rock candy. I can hear the rain, Kelly.
It is raining here in Iowa, and we need rain, so it's okay.
I don't have one open, but the clear rock candy,
You can see it in the jar, I think.
Yeah,
You can see
okay.
that it's fine.
it's really, really fine. And so the reason Diane, I think, came up with the idea of mixing is so that the fine stuff would be interspersed with the chunky stuff. So what I'm going to show you is when you mix this, you do want to shake it right before you use it.
Do you
because
want paper or something?
oh, we're okay. We'll pick it up. So I don't know how much glue I got on there, but I just thought that that would add just a little bit.
You guys, this is how Maggie operates.
A little bit of vintage sparkle. And that's another thing about this mix is it's very vintagey. It's not like your first grade glitter that you use.
And Maggie would be very
have.
familiar with that,
Can
being
you see
a teacher.
that? Didn't that look pretty?
Yes, it does. And when it
adds-
dries, it will look even better because
Yeah.
the glue will dry clear.
I think I
I've
could
not
even
seen
have added
anybody
some
use
more.
matte medium to apply their glitter before, Maggie. Use what you have,
That's
right?
right, whatever's sitting in front of you. Okay, so what we're going to do, you could use score tape for this.
But why use score tape when you can use
When you have
something messy like matte
this
medium?
brush full of gunk. Okay. See how it just added a little bit of sparkle? I love that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing it all done and
It
dried
needed-
and stuff.
Okay, so let's add just a little bit more. There we go. I just put it on the ends.
Here we go, sprinkling glitter. I need to go get Doug. Everybody, Doug hates glitter. He's always has.
That's
And we
fine.
have a daughter, and so we had a bit of glitter in our house with dance and things like that. So it was always fun to bug him with it.
And those of you who used to be teachers, you know how your janitors didn't like glitter either. You just had to, when you did a glitter project, you had to bring cookies for the
For the custodian people.
custodian, yeah. Okay.
Okay, and Janet just linked a blog post about Diane's glitter mix, And they want to know if you mix equal amounts.
Pretty much. Equal, unless you want it to be a little chunkier, then add a little bit more diamond dust. There's no scientific, we just do about half
and half.
But there we go. And then you can kind of pull these up. Isn't that pretty?
Yeah, Cheryl said there will be glitter in that corner forevermore.
I'll have to sign the thing saying Maggie was here, right? Okay.
We'll know, Maggie.
Isn't
we'll
that
know.
pretty?
Yes, it does add a lot.
Now, the Tim Holtz wood slices. Oh my gosh, I used that postmark stamp, and I just used archival ink, and they stamp wonderfully. So I thought it would be kind of fun to put one here.
Oh, yes.
So we're gonna.
So she took a wood slice. I want to say log slice, but they're wood slice. And then the stamp that we showed you earlier that Maggie loves, the Christmas postmark or holiday postmark, and she stamped right on the wood slice. Now, did you add any ink at all, or just? Did you ink it a little bit, or you just stamped it?
Stamped right on there.
Oh my gosh,
and
Maggie,
that's just
perfect.
archival ink.
It's perfect for that.
I thought
tag.
so too. And you know, I had these. I bought these when he came out with these last year, and hadn't done that before. But oh my gosh, how fun is that? So then I thought, okay, here's what I was going to show you.
Carolyn just mentioned the glitter vac. And I have one. If I knew this, I would have brought mine from home,
Well,
Maggie.
but you don't want to vacuum that up. You want to keep it. So here's how you can ink your reinforcer.
You stomp it.
You just stomp it. I'm a stomper.
And that's with gathered twigs.
That's with gathered twigs. And doesn't that look pretty?
Oh my gosh, it's amazing.
Okay.
Here go the fingers.
I'll be peeling that off. Okay. And then I thought that what we could do is I found this thicker piece of twine.
Oh, sure.
And you can use any size you want. I saw this. I thought this might be kind of pretty
That would be
too.
really neat on that tag.
Well,
that
maybe
looks,
we should.
Yeah, you should.
Let's do that. So,
That's like a really cool color, Maggie.
yeah, and we have it in different shades. We've got brown and cream. Okay, and you can tie your tag, you know how you put it together and make the tag.
Yeah.
But I like this better because I like how it hangs down. So if you just tie,
You just tie in a knot.
yes.
So that would be kind of like what she did in this one here.
like that. And I just like, see how it just hangs down,
Yeah.
kind of cool. And that's where you could use one of your bells hanging on there. And I just tied that on with a piece of twine.
Which she has on this one. She tied a bell with a fine piece of
And
that twine.
I think that does it. Isn't that fun? Now, I did not ink this, but you certainly could with a little bit of gathered twigs. Maybe that's what we should do. And I kind of like a little bit of that white, so I don't go towards
So you're
the
leaving
front.
some of it.
Yeah, just a little bit. There. There we
Maggie,
go.
that looks amazing.
So, oh my gosh, if you like anything wood, those wood slices are cool. Oh, I know what I was going to do. One more thing. I
You're gonna
had
do the
a
ribbon.
piece of twine here. Okay. So let's do this.
Now this is our basic twine here at Memory Bound, and you can buy a full spool. I think it's $19.99, or you can get it online by the yard or in the store by the foot.
Okay, so I thought this would finish
yes,
it off.
yes, I love
So
that.
since this is over here, we're going to put our bow on the opposite side.
Maggie, everybody loves your tags today. There's lots of
Fun.
really nice comments.
Well, I'll tell you what, you will love working with these, and I didn't make that long
Do you
enough.
need
so
longer?
Let's do this.
A longer piece?
Yeah, that's okay. I think this will finish off that fringe.
Mm-hmm. I think you can cut a longer piece if you need to, Maggie.
I might need to. Let's see what this one comes out to. We might be okay. So we'll put that right across the middle. And you know what? This glitter gets more pretty as
It does.
the glue dries.
As it dries, the glue's going to dry clear, and that's going to make it really even
And it's
sparkle.
just a very subtle. Do you want to put your finger there, Kelly? It's a very subtle, and if you do like me and maybe cut your twine too small, that can be remedied, okay? So
How are you going to get another piece?
we're just going to get another piece and add a bow.
Okay, there we go. Now, Maggie, I've learned several things today, and that's one of them. Because quite often I have cut mine too short.
And it actually just gives you a couple more tails that look kind of pretty. So we'll just add that on there.
So today, thank you everyone. Maggie's doing the Etcetera Tags with more Merry Christmas from Tim Holtz, and this is a very merry day, as you could see. And if you've been watching us,
The glitter.
we're going to have a very merry mess here also.
Isn't that pretty?
Oh, that twine just added a lot.
And look, you end up with more tails, so sometimes you want to do that.
so
but
cut
this-
it too short.
Yes, and then have that hang, and I would add one of his bells right here.
I doubt that the camera does the justice to those colors. That green is really beautiful.
And if you wanted to even add a little sparkle, you could add a little glue right here. Let's do that.
Let's do it.
Just so it looks just... That's what I like about this glitter, is it's so kind of vintagey and not barely there, but just adds a little bit of sparkle. There, and then it's not that pretty until it
Well, it
dries.
dries.
And then it will barely be
And
there.
I keep the side of my vision, my peripheral vision, I keep seeing this, and it just glistens.
Now I have one more thing to show Kelly. Is that
Yeah,
Okay.
I think people are okay. We've
wanted
gone
to
over,
show
but we
you-
normally do.
I wanted to show you real quick how I stamped this right here to get the words on
So
there.
this ribbon, I'll try to get up close. It actually has words on it, and it didn't come that way.
It's just that rayon ribbon. And so what I'm going to do first is this is my maiden try of the plaid.
With the plaid, okay.
Yes. So we're going to color this ribbon. Oh wow, is that juicy? And
Teresa said hers was
I
really
got a
juicy.
little glitter on it. Okay.
Teresa
so-
said hers was juicy too. Beware if you open up your new lumberjack plaid distress ink, it might be a little juicy. But it's better than being dried out, right?
Okay, so if you want to
Oh,
save
it's going to be messy.
save your fingers, you can do this. I usually don't.
No, you don't.
I do have a date tonight, so I'm trying.
Maggie's got plans tonight, so she's got to be careful.
Okay, so it comes off eventually, but
Eventually, but not tonight.
look at that, it's a beautiful red. Oh my
It
gosh,
is really
Kelly,
pretty.
this is the red I've been dreaming
Well, I
of.
think Tim has also.
Okay, so now you have this, and normally I really wad this up really tight to get a real crinkly look. But today I'm not going to do that because I want to show you how to put those words on there. All right, so remember you don't want to burn your fingers.
We're going to dry it. So while you're drying that, we just had a comment from Lisa that she thought this tag looks like jammies.
Well, you know what my husband said? It looks like a flannel shirt.
Yeah, flannel shirt, flannel pajamas.
And I thought if this turns out, I might change the red. Change up.
Oh, change that to
yeah.
red. So Maggie, was this one part of the backdrops also? Is that paper?
This is the backdrops. This
And that's
is
the
from
baseboards?
Yes, but all the background papers except for that brown piece of cardstock.
They're all from the backdrops. And I think she probably has a lot of extra paper too.
So once you dry this, okay, so it looks a little not quite as maybe deep red. So let's re-ink it. Did you get that re-ink?
Yep, we're going to ink it again.
We're going to add, and this time we're not going to add quite as much water. And so you can
Well, that'll be
continue to
kind of
make
neat
it
because
darker.
it'll be different. It'll be kind of variegated then.
Yeah, I like the variegated look. Okay, so
Deanne's questioning your blowing a heat tool next to your pile of glitter.
you know what? I was just wondering. I wonder if that stuff melts.
or blows over my way.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. I didn't even think about that. I was thinking about melting. Okay, so we don't like anything to be a perfect one color, so let's add a little bit of gathered
We're adding
twig.
some gathered twigs now, everybody, to kind of distress it up.
See, until I said that about me being a pouncer, I didn't pay much
She's
attention.
really
but
a
I really
she
am,
is a
aren't I?
pouncer,
Okay, so there goes
and
another
things are
twig.
falling off. So we just had a question about the stamp set, and this is holiday postmarks. And it's got lots of different things. It's fun for your envelopes. It's fun, like
Yes.
Maggie just filled in an empty space. Teresa's used it for cards. I think backgrounds, you could make fun backgrounds. It's $29.99.
Okay.
And we have the other postmarks also, his regular postmarks.
So I like it to be a little wrinkly, but for this project,
Do we need an iron, or Janet's curling iron is probably under the cupboard.
I'm going to just do this to just kind of pull it apart. Let's see, something else heavy. Okay, there we go. And then I'm going to take
Which stamp set are you using for this? Is it Tiny Text?
Tiny Text.
All right, she's getting out her Tiny Text for Christmas. And this stamp set is set up so you can pull out all these little statements, you might say, or little words, little sayings. But you can also keep the stamp set all together, and you can stamp it as a background.
Okay.
And this one is $29.99, and it's called Tiny Text Christmas.
You can do it one of two ways. And Kelly, I might, oh, here it is, never mind. You can do it one of two ways. I could take off just exactly the words I wanted and put it on this acrylic block, but I'm going to show
So
you
why
the way
why do it that way,
I'm going to
Maggie?
show you the way I did it, because I have a tendency to just,
Janice curling iron is in the cupboard if you need
oh
it.
my gosh, that's funny. Okay, so I just wanted to get that straightened out.
So you could you iron this if you wanted to,
you
or
could, but I don't, I like
but you want it to be
yeah,
wrinkly.
I want it to be wrinkly, and I don't want this to be perfect. I just want words. So I'm going to take this, and I'm going to do this. I don't even
Have
need
you
to
done
take
this
it.
before?
That's how I did that one.
Okay.
That one right there.
All right.
Okay, so I just ink it,
And now she's using the archival jet black ink, which
and
is
you have to, because otherwise, if it gets wet, it'll smear. Okay, so Kelly, if you want to just put your finger
I would
right
love
there.
to, Maggie. I'd love to be
Okay,
your
so
assistant.
we're just going to do that. Oh, I need to ink
Nice.
it better.
Make sure you get a lot of ink on it.
Yeah. Maybe it's not showing up because it's such a bit deep red, but let's find out.
Do you want to flip it over?
Yeah, let's do. Okay, I think I
People
can do
think
this.
it would be very fun to spend the day with you in your craft room. Do you need to hook down
Well,
that other side?
here's
Of
the-
course
nah.
not.
Here's the deal. You wouldn't want to be in my craft room. I'll come to your craft room. But
Oh,
can you see
fun.
the words now
Yes.
that are showing up?
Yes, so Maggie's doing just like she did on this ribbon here, where you can like just stamp it and put the words on it, and your words are just kind of random, aren't they, Maggie?
They're just random. You just catch chunks of sayings. But if you want it to, see,
That's
like you see
neat.
wonderful.
Yeah, I do love that.
If you want it to be a perfect line of words, then you could just take this off and just do it like that, if you want that. Now, I just kind of like that it makes you look a little closer, like, oh, what does that say,
Oh, cute. Yeah.
So
smart.
let's just do this. Last night I was thinking, gosh, I think it needs to be red. So
You guys probably don't have any idea how much thought Maggie puts into her projects, and it's a lot. And I think she lays in bed awake at night thinking about, gosh, I really needed a red ribbon on there instead of that cheesecloth.
And you know what? I did think about this in the middle of the night, because I thought, well, I haven't given myself a chance to try this red yet. So
Yeah.
you
Looks
don't
nice.
see the words as much on this as I would have hoped, but let's do this.
Let's do one more. Let's just keep it going.
Let's do this, a little short one.
No, let's do this, Maggie. Let's do this.
I want it to say, but
They said, will you dye the mummy cloth red? And you certainly could.
Oh, yes.
I don't know that we are doing that today, but
you know,
you do the same. You do the same process.
Kelly's heading me off at the pass.
No, I'm not.
There, see?
Oh yeah, there you
That
go.
probably gets a better look. But there, I like that red on there.
I do too. That looks
But
really good.
Kelly, when I made this one, I cut off a tail, and there was a tiny piece. Look at this.
And
I
you
saved
it, I'm sure.
I wanted to show you, and it had the word snow on it. So
What are you doing with that?
I'll show you. I even
Oh
brought
my gosh.
my tiny attacher that fell on the floor, Kelly. Do you want to grab that?
Oh, sure.
And I thought, well, you know what? There, it will come in handy. And I saved it just for this very reason.
Gail says we need to have a contest. Oh, Maggie, you think of everything.
And I just love that little piece. Oh, I think I ran
Gail
out of-
says we need. You ran out of staples.
But look at that.
Yes.
Isn't that
you know what?
cute?
That added a lot.
I would add another one, a little X, but is
Gail,
that fun?
Gail said we should have a contest, and the prize is spending the day crafting with a member of the staff.
Oh, wouldn't that be fun? I
Yes,
would
it
love that. I think, Kelly, that wraps it up.
Is that a wrap?
Yes, and yes to coloring your mummy cloth, because I think it was Zoe Hillman, one of Tim's designers. She colored the mummy cloth and she colored it red and wrapped it around one of the Tim's skeletons for Halloween and made
Like it was, he was wounded.
No, he was a pirate.
Oh, okay.
And that's what she used was mummy cloth, and you can dye it any color you want.
Cool. That's really cool.
So thank you.
Well,
I
Maggie,
hope I didn't.
This has been a great day. The hearts are just, it's a steady stream of lumberjack plaid hearts coming through. And thank you so much. Everybody's very inspired. I'm inspired. I learned a lot, so I'm glad I was here today.
Can I show them one more thing?
Oh, yes, of course.
I
One
was
more
walking
thing.
by our clearance area yesterday, and we have a whole bunch of these little mini
They're like chipboard, little
chipboard
pennants.
pennants, and there's different sizes and shapes. But you know what?
This is $2.99, so it's $1.50 for
$1.50
18.
and you get 18. And look at this. You could take all of your scraps left over from your Tim Holtz backdrops, anything you have left over, color them, and you could put letters on there to spell Mary.
Sure.
Put some twine, you could punch a hole. And I was thinking about one of the flares.
I think flares would fit really well on there.
too. And there's different shapes, but they're only $1.50. And so, you know, I just
I
have
think
to be
they,
walking
well,
by.
Maggie, I think you'd put them on your tags. You
Yes.
could string it across,
Oh
string
my
it
gosh,
across
yes.
one of your tags.
One of the bigger ones.
Yeah.
Joy.
Yeah.
J-O-Y.
I think that would be really neat.
But even on your packages, but look at 18. You could make 6 joys out of that one package for $1.50.
you did some math really fast there, Maggie.
So I just wanted to share those with you. There's different shapes, but
Susan
that's
loves
a deal.
I'm here for all the one more thing. One more thing.
Well,
That's
thank
going to be your
you.
phrase, Maggie.
Yes, one more
what
thing.
was Chris's phrase? Oh golly, yes, or
Oh gosh, yes.
oh gosh, yes. So now
Yes.
Maggie's is one more thing.
One more thing. But look at how these sparkles are starting to show up.
Here, let me
The
get up
glue.
close so we can see this.
The glue is.
Let me shake some of that
we will
off.
have that everywhere.
That diamond dust just really, I think because it does have flat pieces, it just really
Yeah.
catches it.
If I could only buy one of these, this is very subtle, a lot more subtle. This is more, like Kelly said, more chunky. But if I could only have one of these, I think I would choose the diamond dust for that
chunky?
reason. But this is also a very vintagey look, depending on the look that you want. So, when in doubt, buy
And
both.
both of them could be colored with alcohol ink if you wanted a colored glitter.
Ooh, it
So
would
if you invested in your glitter, you could color it and have different colors of glitter.
and it would look like the
Just one more
sprinkles-
thing. Just one more thing.
One more
Meg.
thing. You could color it, and then you could put it on little fake cookies.
Oh yeah,
would look like that,
fake is the
sugar.
key word there.
Fake, yes.
All right. Well, Maggie
Thank
did
you.
an amazing job with the Etcetera Tim Holtz tags. One more day of Merry Christmas with Tim Holtz. Remember to make your comments of your favorite Tim Holtz holiday release product. It could be an ideology item, a stamp, a die, a stencil. I think that covers it, doesn't it? And then Maggie's going to collect all the names that make a comment. It's not like whatever makes the most comments, like our ink colors. It's any comment at all, and your name goes in the drawing to win this mixed media project that Maggie made with the new Tim Holtz
And the winner
snowman
will be
stamps.
picked tomorrow morning at 9:30,
We'll be
right?
here tomorrow morning at 9:30 to pick the winner. And then the other thing, just a reminder, is that Maggie has a brand new kit available, a new mixed media kit. And Maggie, do you remember what it's called?
Holiday wishes.
Thank you. Holiday Wishes. And she's going to be teaching these 3 projects live here on Facebook on November 29th. And then you have the product and the instructions to make the extra coasters and the tags, and you'll have everything you need. So that is brand new. Thank you for the Stump and Twig are here. And keep your comments coming, and Maggie will figure out our winner, and we'll be back tomorrow morning. Even though it's Saturday, we'll stop in and let you know who won the drawing and gets Maggie's project. So Maggie, thank you again so much. And
Thanks
and
for coming today in my little corner
we're gonna
of the
clean-
world.
Maggie's going to be back here for a while cleaning up. So thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful day. Tomorrow we do open early at 9 o'clock, and it's for our holiday open house. So I hope we can see you stopping by in the store, and
Or we'll see you at 9:30.
at 9:30 tomorrow.